Hey guys, welcome. Happy Thursday. I am super excited for this week's Dream Team training Zoom because if you guys haven't been tuning in the last couple of weeks, they have been amazing. Like I've been getting so many messages from people, and I just feel like it really sets the tone for the weekend, and it sets the tone for what you're going to do with your business over the next 3 days. Don't get lazy on the weekend, guys, because that's the time where we can really see a lot of growth, especially if you're out and about and things are starting to open back up a little bit. If you're having like some people over, make sure you're wearing your patch where it's noticeable. But I love this call because so many awesome people come on, they share their stories, and they're people that are really making things happen in their business right now, whether they've been in forever or brand new spanking people that are killing it, coming in, grabbing their VIP bonuses, going 4K quickly. We're going to grab some tips from them tonight and hear some of their stories and their whys. And actually, if you guys have been paying attention to social media and you're on our team, you know that Summer Love Romero literally is on fire. Like I literally messaged her and I'm like, you've got to be on this Zoom with us tonight because I want to know what you're doing. I want to be able to pick your brain. And she was like, oh yeah, cool. And by then my PPA should be, I forget what she said. Summer Love, what did you say? You're like, my PPA should be like whatever, because I'm like going for more. And I'm like, this chick is crazy on fire and she's about to bring you guys the fire. Summer Love, I'm going to actually interview you first and I'm going to have you unmute yourself.
Hey.
Hey, yay. First of all, thank you so much for hopping on. I'm sure people have been like driving you crazy lately. Can make driving you crazy, get on my Zoom. But if they're not, then I'm going to drive you crazy because I want to know what the heck you're doing. I would love to kind of start before Lavelle, like share with everybody what you were doing and then how you found Lavelle and kind of why did you join?
Okay, funny. I didn't know you were going to ask that, so I'm not prepared with tissue, so I might have to like yell for my husband if I start like bawling. So, Talissa is my sponsor, and we met in a makeup group. I watched her be consistent and just talk about the product. I was at a place where I was depressed. I had just lost my mom to her battle with breast cancer. Oh my God, now I'm gonna start crying. Like I always hear, like, if you don't tell your story and still keep crying, then you need to find another story. I was just in a really, really dark place. And I remember just being suicidal. And Talissa didn't know this. Like we were just friends, and you sort of carry like a sort of shame when you feel that way. So I just remember sitting in the shower one time and I was just talking to my mom and I said, Mom, you have to help me because I don't know what else I'm going to do. If you don't send something to help me, then I'm going to be up there with you because I don't want to be here anymore. I can't do this. And it's too hard. So I get out of the shower and I get a message from Talissa and she's like, hey, I want you to come to this online party that I'm hosting. I want you to hear about the vitamins that I'm on. And I was like, okay, I got the message. So I go and I'm listening to her and Kayla tell their stories. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, yeah, that's great for you. But that's not going to work for me. You don't understand like the depths of grief that I am in. So I'm glad that worked. This was all going on in my head. And as that's going on in my head, I hear my name be called and I won a 3-day trial, right? So I'm like, okay. The trial gets here, she sends the trial to me, and I let it sit on my counter for 4 days. And I remember this whole like distinctly because on that 4th day, I had dropped off my kids at school, and that was the day that I was going to end my life. That was a day that I didn't want my kids to find me. I had it strategically planned out. And I was going to end my life because I just could not shake the black cloud that kept following me around. It just kept getting worse, you know? So I go drop them off at school. I come back home and something tells me, go to the kitchen. So I go to the kitchen and there's that little trial pack just staring me in the face. So I open it up what do I have to lose? Right? I open it up. I took those capsules and I stood there because I literally felt within minutes, the black cloud just weaken and get lighter. And I just stood there and just bawled my eyes out because I knew that me asking and begging and pleading with my mom to send me something to help me, that this was it. That all those times that she had told me, Miha, please make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I had no idea what she was talking about, but I knew that she had sent me something to finally take care of me because I wasn't going to do it on my own. So I just said, I need to share it. And that's how I just started sharing it with everybody because it literally changed my life. Like literally. I know that sounds dramatic to some people, but hear my story and you'll know that it changed my life because I wouldn't be here.
You know, I had no idea. And this is why I love doing these calls, because I get to hear, we all get to hear, not just, we know you're on Thrive, but the reason why. And for so many people, I mean, I've had that black cloud before. I can so relate. I have had those times in my life where it's like, I don't know what to do next. Like, is it ever going to feel any better? And it's so crazy that these 3 steps can really change everything, but they can. I've heard so many stories like this, and I know, I mean, I remember taking them and being like, this fog had lifted, like this clarity. I can't explain it. You know it. You like,
Yeah.
and if you're a thriver, you like get it. But if you're not a thriver, it's so hard to describe to people. It's like, just take it, just try it. But your story is so powerful. And I mean, I just feel like, man, your mom sent this to you. Like, I feel like that is so, it's crazy, and emotional. And so many people on here just needed to hear that. I just, I'm emotional about it because I just think it's so powerful that we just forget how powerful these products are, how awesome they are, how life changing they are. It's not just about the dollar or the P bonus or it's about how crazy life changing, not even making $1 in this business can be, but just being on the products. It's nuts. So you just started sharing it. I mean, you can't not share it when you feel the way you were feeling. It wasn't even, I'm going to assume it wasn't even hard. It was just like natural. Like, I just want to tell everybody about this.
It wasn't hard to share it, but it was hard for me to quote unquote go into sales because I had just left real estate and it just was not my jam. Trying to sell something to someone or trying to convince someone to buy something, it just isn't me. Like I am like a no BS type of person. I'm not gonna like shoot crap up your butt with rainbows. I'm gonna tell you what it is and what works for me, but I'm not gonna try to get you to buy it. Like that's just not me. So I was like, listen, I don't want to sell anything. And she's like, you don't just share your story with people. Like there's so many people that can use this. And I said, all right, give me a couple days, I'll think about it. So, knowing me, I went and I said, all right, mom, you sent me this. Now what do you want me to do with it? So I was talking to her and I said, if this is because she served in ministry in a church for 25 years as a pastor's wife, and I'm a pastor's daughter, and that's how, before she passed, that we served. And I knew that I was called to serve. I knew that I was called to help people. I knew that with my words that I was going to be able to heal people. I knew that I had an anointing on my life and a passion and a purpose, but I didn't know what to do with it because after she passed, we left the church. Like I was angry and we left the church. So I was like, what do I do with this? You set this in my hands. What do I do with this? If you want me to share this with people and if this is the way that I'm supposed to serve, I need you to send me a white butterfly. And I asked for the most random things that I've never even seen a white butterfly. And I go to get my kids from school and we're coming out of the garage and my daughter grabs my hand and she says, oh my God, mommy, look how beautiful. And we look up and it's a white freaking butterfly. And I was like, all right.
Goosebumps.
What's that? And I'm
Goosebumps. Like chills. Oh my gosh, that is insane. And you know what? I suppose that people that don't do what we do or that haven't tried the product and had their life change, they probably roll their eyes at us. Like if they were on this right now, they'd be like, whatever. People don't get, like, I never in a million years thought that I would be changing lives by selling 3 steps, but it is that huge of a deal. Like, people don't understand. If you guys don't get it by listening to Summer's story, like, hello, we have something that you were put on this earth to do. Like, I believe that if you're in this company and you found these products, you're kind of like hurting, it's kind of hurting other people by not sharing it because of how, I mean, just listening to your story and then going to the fan page and looking at those stories and seeing how many lives have been changed because somebody spoke up, because somebody shared their story. And it's that powerful. Like, we are making a difference in this world. It is so much bigger than us. I tell people that all the time, and I know that people that aren't part of it roll their eyes at me, but it's so much bigger than any of us can even imagine. And your story is like proof of that. Like, I had chills when you were talking about the white butterfly. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, if that is not a sign that this is exactly where you're supposed to be, I don't know what is. And did you grab your VIP bonuses? Did you like take off crazy? Like, tell me a little bit about how your journey started.
No, so I was ignorant on fire. I had no idea about bonuses. I didn't run like that fast. I was just sharing, just like with family members. I just went at a slow pace. But once our bonuses ran out, I can't even remember the year. That's 43 years of age speaking. I can't remember. But when our bonuses ran out, there was a 4K and I think a 12K bonus that came out that year. And a month in, maybe 6 weeks in, I hit that $4,000 bonus and I was getting that paycheck every single month. Then that next month, I hit the 12K and then 12K bonus and then auto bonus. So I didn't know what I was doing. I was just sharing. And I'm the type of person where I don't necessarily need to be led, but I need you to like kind of cheer me on and be like, hey girl, you need to go get this and go do that and go do that. And then I'm like, all right, on it. And you won't hear from me until I do it, because once I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to be like in your inbox, like, I'm going to go figure it out. And then I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to say, okay, what's next? I did that. What's next?
So how long have you been in now?
2 years.
Okay. I want to talk about that a little bit because you came in, you went kind of fast, you got those bonuses, and now it's been 2 years. And all of a sudden, I mean, I don't know what is going on with you, but I'm seeing your dang name everywhere.
Okay.
Like, what I love about this business is that I think a lot of people just think they're going to come in, they're going to go super fast. And then if people don't go, or if they hit walls, or if they're not going to that next place, they kind of stop. Like, they just kind of give up. And for 2 years, you have been steadily growing your business. What has been going on recently that you've like caught this fire that's going on with you? It's like, that's only way I can explain a fire in your belly.
Yeah, and I feel it too. I messaged you and I said, I am coming out the gate strong. I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth, but you know I'm a cusser, so I'm sorry in advance.
That's okay. Everybody knows our Zooms are rated like PG-13, sometimes rated R, so you're good.
I just had to change my mindset because I was looking at everyone succeeding and I was sitting there and I was feeling sorry for myself because I wasn't succeeding and I lost 12K rank, and I was like, I don't want to be shouted out. I'm not even freaking 12K rank. Like I'm like barely making the barely minimum right now. Everybody that was under me had just like quit and didn't want to do it, but it had nothing to do with them. That was all me because I wasn't showing up consistently. How the hell did I expect my team to show up consistently? Like, I don't sit here and blame them. I blame myself because you follow the leader. So if I'm not leading consistently and showing up on things consistently and just being in my feelings and being upset and being jealous, to be honest, and envious, then how do I expect them to consistently show up open-minded, being like, okay, yeah, we're going to do this? Of course they're not. If I'm not doing that, how the hell do I expect them to do it? So I had to just get into a mode where I just had to shift my mind and I had to take reign of what I could control. I can't control if somebody's going to order. I can't control if someone's going to sign with me, but I can control how I show up every single day. And I can control my mindset, what I put into this. So I just had to change that. And that just like was everything for me. Just everything for me. I stopped watching live and started doing live. I stopped complaining and being complacent and just started being committed to things. I stopped like just being stuck. Like I stopped saying that I was stuck because it was some place that I had put myself. I stopped looking to be led and I started to lead. I started to message Kayla and to listen, be like, where do you want me? What can I do? Let's go. Because momentum is, people think that it's like a feeling, like, oh, I'm excited, this is momentum. Yeah, but if that's a feeling, then it's gonna fade, right? You'll say someone is like on fire, but if it burns out, you were just never really on fire in the first place. It was just like a feeling that you had. And we all get to a place where we're, you know, excited and we think it's momentum, but it's not, because momentum is just like action and discipline. So if you don't show up being disciplined and then taking that action, that's not momentum. That's how momentum is gonna last and gonna just keep you there. So then I just started to implement like little changes and little things that I could like really do to make those bigger changes there on. And you know what, to be honest, Lisa, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to freaking maintain a 12K team. I was not ready. I was like a baby leader. I barely like, if you even called me a leader, I was like, what? That's too much pressure. That's a lot on me. So I started just like stepping into my passion and stepping into my purpose and realizing that I am on this path. This is my freaking path and I'm gonna own it, and I'm here to serve people, because if it wasn't for these 3 steps, there can be a mom out there that is contemplating suicide. And if I don't go live or if I don't share in my stories, then she's not going to be here tomorrow, because I wouldn't be here tomorrow. So I stopped, turned off the TV, stopped watching Housewives, started talking to Housewives, just started really getting into my personal development and just letting that shit play all day long in the background, just feeding my mind. Even when I go to sleep, I'll have headphones on and I'm just letting it seep into my mind. And I'm a firm believer, and there's no like people, a lot of people are like, oh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much personal development. Bullshit. To me, you can't do enough. And I reached out to my leaders. I just like leaned in, because I'm a person where if there's something wrong, I'm a runner. I don't want to deal with it. I don't deal with drama, so I'll just run. So this time around, I just like started to lean in. I started to reach out to Steph G. Oh my God, she's freaking amazing. She didn't even get paid off of me, and she just like answers every single question. Kayla, Talissa, Courtney, Amanda, like I just started reaching out to everyone and taking little bits and pieces. And every time I won some sort of contest, there was a coaching call as a prize. And I was like, I don't want the credits. I don't want the money. I want the coaching, because I know what it can do for me, and I know what it can do for my business. You know what I mean? I know
I know. I hope that everybody's like taking notes, because people are always looking for this magic, like, you know, what's the magic answer? What's the, you know, and the magic answer is you've got to make the decision and then you do it. You go for it. You're not going to always have that burning fire in your belly. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. That's fleeting, right? I mean, if you think about everything in life, you're always so excited in the beginning, no matter what it is. But to keep something going every single day and to keep yourself going every single day, you've got to find that motivation within. And I mean, you have a huge motivation, and I think you know this is exactly where you need to be. I mean, your story says it all. It's incredible. So I want to kind of dig in a little bit into, what are you doing? Like, I know people on here want some tips, and I do. I want some tips. What the heck are you doing? Like, you're getting customer accounts like crazy. Your PPA is ridiculous. You just took number 3, like the number 3 spot in that contest in the company. I'm like, what is this chick doing? We need to know it all right now. So what are you doing?
Okay, so for me, I just stick with what I know. I don't know a lot of products. I don't know the ingredients of a lot of products. I don't use a lot of the products, because I just stick with what works for me. So the 3 steps work for me. I've talked about that a lot of times, but a game changer for me was Sculpt and Balance. And you can go look at my result pictures, like legit snatched me up So of course I'm going to talk about that. So I started posting before and after pictures, and I would never do this because I'm just an introvert. And I know people are probably like, you're not a damn introvert. I'm very, very shy. If I could blend into this background, I can, but I'm brown. So obviously it's not going to work, but I'm very, very shy. So I wouldn't even post any pictures like that because it just wasn't me. But once I started to see the results and thought about what do I want to see when I'm scrolling Facebook, or what do I want to see when I'm looking at somebody selling some type of products, I want to know, are you using them? Like, what results have you had? Like, so I was sticking with what I knew. And then I started thinking like, okay, everywhere I go, everybody wants to like talk about a detox. They're like, oh, I'm detoxing. Oh, I'm like, you're so freaking fancy because you're detoxing. Boom. Sculpt and Balance is the new detox. It detoxed me. It cleansed me out, got rid of my toxins, sculpted my body. I just named it the detox. I named it the detox, and it just like blew up. It like blew up. And then I started giving like $5 off if you combine them together. So you can get like Sculpt and Balance together as a 45-day supply. Get it for $65 instead of 70, or just use the, you know, our retail price. I can't even think of $90 and getting it for 65. Like, what a freaking good deal you're getting. You know what I mean? I started doing that, and then started really, really focusing on when the $25 came out, really focusing on signing that. So what I was talking about in my post is, so it's me, you know, my before and after pictures. Obviously it's my detox. And I was using a Sculpt and Balance, but on my post I said, you can get 90 capsules for $5. Who's in? Blew up, right? Everywhere. I post it in groups. I've already talked about that tip. If you're not in groups, you're freaking sleeping and you're selling yourself short. Go in groups and search those groups for weight loss, mommy brain, new mommy, tired, exhausted, detox, cleanse. Go in those groups and search all those keywords and start adding those people. So on everybody that I was messaging, I was like, hey girl, I'm so excited that you want to try these Sculpt capsules for $5. You can either get the Sculpt for $5, or you can grab the Flat Tummy for $15 right now with my discount. I combine both, which you can absolutely do. Which one are you leaning towards? Boom. They're not going to just go with one. They're going to go with what I'm using because they know, like, and trust me now, right? So I was selling detox kits like freaking like hotcakes, right? And then if they said, well, I'm not ready to sign up right now, I don't have the money, can we wait till Friday? Boom, we're still securing your $25 free account. I'm not telling them that they're going to get $25. I'm going to say, okay, so let's set up your free account. Then when you're ready to order, I'm going to load your account with the $25, right? That worked like crazy because then once it ended, everyone was still signing up because I was checking in with them because I was putting a sense of urgency on it. And then I was in there like, hey girl, really quick, when you get a chance, I want you to log in. I sent you some credits and I don't want them to expire. Can you log in and check if they're still there? And, oh my God, I completely forgot. So they would go and log in and be like, yeah, they're still there. All right, I'm going to order. Walk me through. That sense of urgency. Nobody wants to miss out. Would you want to miss out on $5 Sculpt? And, you know, if you can get $15 Flat Tummy pills, or together instead of $90, you're going to get half off. Nobody wants to miss out on that. So I was just like, going crazy with that. And I'm still even messaging all the free customer accounts that signed up and like didn't order. And then go check your account. Those credits might expire. So thinking they're going to expire, going in there and checking. Sorry, I got distracted. And then I always went for 5 more. Before I went to bed, I tell Kayla, okay, this is my goal. When I hit that goal, I'm like, you know, I'm going to go for 5 more, right? So I would go for 5 more friends to add, 5 more messages to send out, 5 more reach out, 5 more thoughtful comments on other people's posts. So that was, I adapted that motto, and I'm still doing that. 5 more. I need to do 5 more. So tonight I'm planning to end at 50. We'll see. I don't know. I'm at 44 right now, but I'm sweating and everything else. And then I wrote everything down. Wording, like I said, is like everything. you want to use cleanse or detox or whatever. Just name it whatever you want to do it. Just do the like slim down summer kit or something like that. Like just play with wording because people love that. And then another last tip that I did, well, two more. For the detox, I added symptoms that I was having, like headaches, acne prone skin, like a bunch. You'll see it in my stories. If you go check my stories, you'll see it. Don't screenshot it and steal it. Take the wording and go in WordSwag and get your own background. Don't steal it. You can steal the wording, but go change your background. So I put 9 symptoms that you have, that you need a detox, right? So I said, message, how many do you have? So it's like blowing up. Like people are like, I have all of these. I think I need a detox. Okay, boom, girl, I got you. We're going to get this detox. You're going to get it for $70 instead of 90 today. And that's working. And then the last tip, which has been golden, is if someone ghosts you, go in there and change the chat colors. They're going to get notified that you changed it. Summer Love changed the chat colors. They're going to be like, what the heck? What did she do? She changed the chat colors. They're going to go in there and look, and they're going to get reminded that, oh, dang, I forgot. Because a lot of people forget. They don't mean to ghost you, you know? A lot of people just forget that you messaged them and they forgot to get back to you. If they do that, if they don't say anything, then I'll go change the emoji. Like, I have all day. Like, I can mess with you all day, girl. Like, let's go.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I've never even thought about doing that, you know, because we're always trying to think of how do I go message that person? They said they wanted to order, but they didn't get back with me. Like that is such a huge reminder because if you go in and change the chat color or the emoji, that it's going to pop up, right? Like it'll be like a new message for them, correct? Kind of. Okay. Yeah. And you know, if you guys are kind of confused at what Summer's talking about, the groups, like a lot of the people that you are interacting with are people that you've met through groups. And what you're doing in these groups that you're in is you are going to the search bar in those groups. So you can search keywords in those groups. For instance, weight loss, you know, mommy, tummy, whatever, like keywords. In any messages that have ever been posted in those groups by anyone that have had to do with weight loss, they're going to pop up. And then what Summer's doing is she's friend requesting these people and she's building relationships. So a lot of, I mean, and I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume that a lot of these people that you've gotten recently to sign up with you with the customer accounts and then, you know, ordering these like little packages you're putting together, they're probably people that know who you are because you've been building a relationship for, or they're brand new. Are they brand new?
A lot of them are brand new. A lot of them are like, okay, well, what do you like? I'll friend them, or someone will have a post up. Like even if someone if you go and search the group and there's like weight loss, you'll see somebody that had a post up, and the post could be like a week ago. I'll go in there and drop before and afters and say, hey, girl, this is what I'm doing. Obviously, you're bumping the post up in the group, so now everybody is seeing it all over again, and your comment is the last comment with your before and afters. So everyone's messaging you info. So I'm just like sending out information, copying and pasting from my notes, all day long. That's all I do.
So you're just being bold and like, okay, this person, they wanted to know, I'm going to message them. Like, I'm not going to know unless I ask, which is, it's working. I mean, I think also if you're active in these groups, people have seen your name too, you know, so they're not like, oh, this is some kind of random stranger. I've seen this girl before. Like she's somebody I kind of know. And that's like how social media works is we don't know somebody, we've never met them in our lives, but we feel like we know people because of just posting. Oh my God, I know her. And we don't know them, but we feel like we do. And I think that like these little hacks that you have are just so priceless, you guys, if you're not writing them down, but like the little hacks of changing the emoji or the color, that is prompting that person to go, oh, I forgot to get back with her. Oh, I forgot to message her. And you know, sometimes we just also have to realize that people say things to appease us and they just didn't want to order. Like sometimes they just don't want to, and that's okay too. But I love those little things because I know that's probably the most uncomfortable thing for most of us is how do we restart that conversation? I want to nudge this person, but how do I do it without looking like I'm bugging them or whatever. So I love those little like hacks that you have and what you're doing. Can I just ask really quick, what kind of groups are you in? Are you in weight loss groups, like, or are you in like random?
No, I wouldn't even go in a weight loss group because I'm not, I feel like that's super, super obvious and cheesy. And let me just add that I'm not in these groups to just like look for customers and do that. I'm legit in these groups to add value. So I think I'm like in a woman empowerment group, some like local mom groups, some like chamber of commerce groups, stuff like that. But I go in there and I add value. Look, I'll add a quote, like anything that I'm putting motivational wise on my page, I'm putting in that group. And another thing that I did this past week is I changed my profile picture to my before and afters. So every time I'm commenting, even if someone is saying, hey, what podcast do you listen to? I'm commenting, I'm active in there, and they're like looking at whatever my comment is. Of course you're gonna click on somebody's picture when you see them before and after, because I'm freaking nosy, everybody else is. And a lot of times, like today I asked, how many women in here are 40 and up? And I just posted like a selfie, like hands up if you're 40 and up, like where are my friends at, right? So all these people are like, hey, I'm here, tell me why. Like 10 of the comments were like, girl, what are you doing to lose weight? You look amazing. I didn't even say anything about that, but because my before and after picture is me, my profile picture is before and after, obviously they're gonna go look on my page and be like, what are you doing? So I got like, I want to say like 4 or 5 conversations just in the last like couple of hours, just on that post with me asking who's 40 and up and me changing my profile picture to my before and after.
I can't even with all the information you just given. There's so much. No, it's so good. And I mean, a lot of you, like if you're brand new on here and you're kind of just getting started, some of this might be a little bit foreign to you. That's okay though. You guys don't worry about that because we record these and you're probably going to want to go back to this and go, oh my God, now that I'm getting what's going on, I need to go listen to that. So just, you know, a lot of this stuff, jot it down. You might not get it right this second, but it's going to make sense to you as you continue to grow your business. Summer Love, hang out with us for a little bit because I may come back to you just because I'm interviewing Stacy at the end, and a lot of stuff that you do, I know she does. So we may have to like bring you back in. So hang out with me. I am going to bring in right now, Sheena. Sheena, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi, Sheena. First of all, you know, you're just on fire right now. And so that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not messing around on Thursdays. I am picking people that are killing it right now. And I want to pull them on. And first of all, just let you know how amazing you are. And you deserve this kind of edification just for other people to know how amazing you are. But also, I just think it's so important for people to hear. People, you're awesome. And for people to hear like just our little story and background, but also what we're doing to do what we're doing right now. And I just want to, when did you get started?
I want to say it was at the end of April. Like,
so you are,
I think it had like, yes. Yep.
And that is one of the other reasons I wanted to bring you in too, because there's a lot of new people on right now and they're going to relate to you so much more because you're doing it. Like you just got done getting VIP bonuses and going for it. Like you're killing it right now. So how did you find Lavelle? Like how did you end up trying the products?
Well, my friend, well, it's my kid's sister and brother's mom, actually, Jackie. We're friends on Facebook, and she had posted, one of them posts that said, if I send you a happy pack, will you take it correctly and give me your honest opinion? And I was like, I don't know what that is, but sure. But a little bit of my story behind it of why I decided to try it quick. So I'm a recovering addict, and I say it proudly because I am in recovery, and that to me is a miracle. And so I was around my year mark when I first tried my 3-day experience from Jackie, and I hated it. To be honest, I'm sorry. I did not feel very good. It made me sick. And she was like, girl, that's just your body, you know, your nutritional gaps aren't filled yet, you're detoxing, you need to go through this period, don't give up. And I was at a moment in my life when you know, quarantine had just hit. I had just lost my job because I no longer had childcare for my 3 kids because school closed. So I was at home full time with these kids, and it was really hard for me. And so I had mentally relapsed and was probably right around the corner from going back out and using. And that would be my death. If I go back out, I will die. And I know this. And it was so scary for me. And she kept it. And she wasn't bothering me with her consistency, but she was, you know, it's just like how I feel now. Like, I know the people that need this in their life, and those are the people you kind of push. And she kept pushing it. She's like, girl, I just know that these could change your life. Please, just, you know. And so finally there was a good deal. And I was like, look, if I spend all this money on these products, Jackie, and I don't feel amazing, I'm going to be mad. And I did it. And it took me about 12 days before I actually started thriving until my nutritional gaps were filled. And I was hooked. I was hooked at that point, and that's when I decided that I wanted to promote. So I was a little bit of a customer before I hit the button.
I story, and I mean, I love about Elle is my favorite part of this business is it does not matter what our backgrounds are, where it came from, our stories. It doesn't matter. Anybody can come in and succeed doing this and change their life. I mean, about just all of the stories of people that we've had, and how many people have had addictions, including myself. And it's like, you know, who would have ever I could be successful thing like, and I am, and anyone can be. And I just think so awesome. And I love that you're so open about it too. And think it's amazing that you have been clean and you have joined our team, because we're going to help you stay consistent, and we're also going to help you make some money, girl. Feel better than you've ever felt in your life. So I'm so excited that you're here with us. So you obviously, you know, you got on the products, you gave them a shot, you started feeling better, and then you started telling people, sharing it. So how, like, what kind of tips do you have for new people that are coming in and they're like, I want to get some bonuses, or I want to go 4K, or what's kind of like what did you do?
Okay, so when I first got on, or first hit the promoter button, you know, like they say 3 ways are killer, and they are. And Jackie is an amazing sponsor. Like, she helped me, walk me through everything that I needed, was there to hold my hand when I needed it, because I was a little shy at first until I figured out what my target market was, kind of. Like, I know I attend a lot of your Zooms. I attend a lot of like Kayla's Zooms, and you guys talk about how you need to find what you're good at, what you're into, and that's what you go off of, so that you're a genuine person. And so when I thought about it for a while, and I'm like, you know, there's a few things that I'm passionate about, but what I'm really passionate about is my recovery. And so that anytime I post anything on my page or even talk about it, my recovery, I get hundreds and hundreds of comments and likes, and honestly, I have a huge market of people that are in recovery, and I feel like when we're in recovery, this is when your body needs this stuff the most. It needs this nutrition. So I just started sharing it with my friends, like, look, you know, and I didn't have a lot of people at first. I had a few people take it. That's how I hit my first bonuses, was through family and close friends. But then to get it out there, I did a lot of like giveaways. And I want to say I've probably given away like 10 minis so far, and only 2 of them did not order. So I feel like as long as they see, and I have so many people now, it's just people sharing their stories, and me sharing my story. Like, I go to and see people. Like, I was just at a meeting earlier, and as soon as I walk in and start hugging people, they're like, wow, you're really strong from all that Thrive. you know, and then the other girls are like, what's that patch? What is that? And then she'll see it on the next girl, and then they'll see it on the next girl, and then they'll see it on the next girl. And they're like, what are you guys doing? You're all so bubbly and hyper and having such a great life. Like, we want what you got. Next thing, you know, it's just, that's what I learned. Like, I can't sell it very well if I'm trying to sell it. But if I'm just telling you how I'm feeling, what's doing for me, what it's doing for my friend over here, it sells itself. Like, I love that whole like thing that says that if you don't feel your vitamins, then you have the wrong vitamins. And I have lived my life with the wrong vitamins for real until I found it.
I love that. You had so many like golden nuggets and stuff you said. You talked about 3 ways, like making sure that if you don't know the answers, get them in a message. And you're right, Jackie's amazing. Like whether it's your uplines or sidelines, get them in a message. Utilize 3 ways. And I love when you talked about, you know, you plug in. Like you said, you've been getting on people's Zooms. You've been watching like Kayla's Zooms and, you know, plugging into what our team's doing, and that's how you're learning stuff. Like people want the magic answer. The magic answer is plug in and then go do what people tell you to do. And
Yep.
then I also loved when you talked about be genuine. Like what right now, what's on your heart and who you are connecting with are people that are in recovery, and that's genuine, right? You're not trying to go like join some bowling groups when you don't bowl. You are
Right.
trying to, and you don't know what you're talking about. You're connecting with other people that genuinely want to feel the way you're feeling, that have been where you've been. And that is how you connect with people. That is how it starts to grow. And then, you know, it starts small with a lot of people. It starts with just our friends and family. But if we continue to push, and that's what's I think so important about what you did. Yes, a lot of people come in and grab those VIP bonuses through friends and family, and then they just stop, right? Like, oh wait, I kind of ran out of who I know. What do I do next? You didn't do that. You said, I'm going to continue to grow this business. I'm going to start, you know, sharing my story, talking about it with other people. And that's how you started growing. And I think that it's huge. It's huge. So you had so many like little nuggets of things, especially if you guys are brand new on here. I hope you guys took some notes because Sheena, you had so many little nuggets. And I'm just so proud of you. Like I'm
Thank you.
excited because this is just the beginning. Like you just got started in April, and honestly, it truly is just the beginning of what you can do with this. Like in a year where you could be, in 2 years, in 5 years. I mean, girl, in a million years, if somebody would have ever said to me, hey, one day you're going to make $1 million selling some 3-step system, I would have thought they were absolutely out of their mind. I would have been
Right.
like, you're crazy, whatever. I'm a waitress and a bartender. I would have just dismissed it. But the hope, I think the biggest thing is the hope that you're giving people, and the way you're turning your life around and making Lavelle part of that. I just think it's so huge, Sheena. I'm just so proud of you and so excited. And I have no doubt that this isn't going to be the first time I have you on a call. I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
sure you're going to be on some more.
Well, and I can honestly say that I think I can quote you on some things I've heard you say on Zooms plenty of times, that this is not a business that you just stop. Like, I know that, and I've learned this with being in recovery, I know that no matter what, I never have to use again. But I also know that no matter what, as long as I don't stop what I'm doing, no matter if things slow down, no matter if I get off to a slow start. Like, my trackers were at 0 up until I think it was last weekend, and now I'm over halfway to 4K again. So, you know, it doesn't matter how slow you start or whatever. As long as you don't quit, you're gonna grow. You're gonna go up. So, like I told Jackie, we're on our way to 200K. It might take 3 to 5 years, but I'm on my way to 200K. I'm going to get there.
Oh, I love how you said that. You're on your way. You are. And again, you guys, I love what you just said. For most people that are on this Zoom right now, it's going to take you 5, maybe a little bit longer, 5 years to get to wherever your goals are. You know, some people that's 80K, 200K, 12K, whatever that goal is, if you set for yourself, And if you're truly working this business every single day in the nooks and crannies, and you're putting the time and the effort in and the consistency, I have no doubt that anybody can reach whatever goal they set for themselves. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. And I love your mentality, your thought process, and you're absolutely right. You are on your way to 200K. I love that thought. I love the way you said that. That was perfect. Sheena, thank you for hopping on tonight, today and sharing with everybody. I appreciate you. And Michelle, I'm going to pull you in really quick right now. Michelle, you're killing it. I got to get Michelle, unmute yourself, honey. Let me see if I can find her and unmute her.
Hi.
Did you do it?
I
You did
did.
it,
Hi.
Michelle Mark. Hi,
Thanks for
honey.
having
How
me.
are you?
I'm
You're
good, thank you.
walking.
I'm what?
Oh, that was somebody else. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure everybody's muted out. Okay, we're good to go. Yay, Michelle.
Yay.
So I would love for you to share with everybody a little bit about your story. Like how did you find Thrive? Like, why did you sign up to do this? And then I want to jump in and have you share some tips with everybody, because you are on fire right now.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, first of all. I'm from Vancouver, and I actually watched Twin for a very long time. But of course, like everybody, we're all skeptical. So I'm like, she's already skinny. She doesn't need it. Like, so I watched her for a very long time, and I actually have a full-time baking business, and I am super, 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 super booked and busy. Like, I actually overbook myself sometimes, and I'm constantly working. I work 16-hour days, and like it's always nonstop. And I thought that was something I needed in my life too, because obviously I was looking for something, and I thought that by being successful, being super busy, it would do it for me. But of course, like, I was doing a disservice to myself because my health was deteriorating. Like, I had really severe carpal tunnel to the point where sometimes when I go to bed, I wake up because my hands are completely numb and I couldn't feel it. I was always moody. I was tired all the time. I wasn't there for my husband. I wasn't there for my kids. I have 2 young boys, and I'm constantly yelling at them. And at one point I was just thought, oh my gosh, I need something, I need help, right? But I didn't know what it was until one of my really good friends, Lynn, she started telling me about Thrive. And I was like, oh, I know somebody else who's doing it. And I remember watching this girl start for a year. Like, I was watching her over a year, and I didn't want to try it because I didn't think it was something that would work for me, because I would always try to do crash diets and different fads. And of course, you always quit because those things never work and you gain the weight back. I was always looking for a quick answer, and those things never work for me. And I always felt discouraged, and I always felt like I didn't love myself. Obviously, there was a lack of the self-love. But then when I started the Thrive samples, I completely felt everything that everybody here feels, right? The energy, um, the feeling good about yourself. And, it was more than just the vitamins. It was like finding yourself again. And I never thought vitamins could do that. I honestly didn't know what Thrive was. I just thought it was a weight loss program. And yeah, so when I started losing the weight, I started feeling better about myself. I started to gain more confidence and to learn about self-developing myself. And it wasn't, I was blaming everybody else for my problems when it was actually myself. Like, I was always like envious of other people's success. I was like looking for things to always try to fill in my void. And with my business, I was very successful, but I would always hide behind my Instagram page. And people don't know what I look like because I was so introvert when I started. And it's only when I go set up my parties, or if they pick up their cakes or cookies or whatever, they will see me, and I'm super friendly. But once I started doing Thrive, it was completely a different business. I've dabbled in so many different jobs. I'm a workaholic. So when this came into my lap, I was like, this is so easy. Like, I didn't really have to sell it. People saw the change in me, and they actually wanted to try it. And and for me, I was kind of like, oh, are you sure you want to try it? And when when I see their happiness and when they're thanking me with their experiences, that was what changed for me. Like I was like no longer like afraid of sharing my story. I was always I didn't want to post my picture. I even told Vin I didn't want to promote this at all. I was a closet thriver for 4 months until people started noticing, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should share this because it potentially could help, you know, one person or two people. So when I started sharing it, some of my close friends started thriving with me, and they are still with me right now, and they're loving it. They're like, they also refer people to me, and I think the best part of this journey is just being able to help people. Like it's not about the dollar signs or the ranks or, you know, the car bonus and all that. I mean, those are all great, but I think for me, like to help people find themselves or to get to their health goals, that is way more rewarding.
Oh my gosh, Michelle, I love your story. And you know what? So many people, if you listen to every single lady I've interviewed tonight, you can hear it in their heart. Like, y'all, that may be your missing piece. If you're on right now and you're like, why am I not growing? It could possibly just be that it's not coming from the place it needs to come from. And that's this place of, I just want to help people. Like you can tell from all of these ladies that have talked that it's not just about the almighty dollar. It's not about the dollar sign. That's just like an amazing benefit that comes with the fact that when you share this with people that you can make money doing it. But the place that it's coming from for these ladies, and I think that anybody that I know that's truly successful in this business, it's coming from that place of just wanting to help other people feel good. And it all starts with the products. Like all of it starts with those 3 steps or one of our products that's changed their life, and it makes somebody want to share it with someone else, and then the money is just kind of like a side effect of sharing something amazing as Lavelle. So Michelle, how long have you been in?
I've been promoting for 1 year now. And honestly, to begin, like when I started, the VIP 800 and the 4K, I had no idea what that was. I got all of that, but then it didn't register with me until I actually hit my 12K. And then it became crystal clear that I actually have a team and I had to step up and I have to be there for my team. So I was there to help them grow. And like, I didn't care what rank they are. I don't care how, you know, slow or fast they're going. As long as they're happy with their journey, like how I grew, that was all all that matters.
And didn't you just hit about 25,000 in volume?
Last month, it was actually very, very close to 40.
40 grand, and you've been in a year and you were close to 40. I mean, what I love too, watching your progression has just been slow and steady and consistent. I mean, and I don't even want to say slow. That's really fast, like to do that in a year. But what I mean is that you've had some setbacks, but you keep moving forward. And you now are in a position where your team is just really seeing that momentum. What do you have any tips that you could give maybe really anybody on, like what are a couple things that you think you need to do every single day in order for your business to grow?
Consistency is number one. Like even if you're having a bad day, keep posting. Like you never know when somebody's going to watch, and sometimes it takes 20, 30, 40 times that somebody sees the same post and they're like, okay, finally, you know, I'm going to try it. I'm not pushy, so I just like to share my experiences and teach people what these products are. And, you know, like a lot of people don't even know what gut health is. And to be honest, when I started, I didn't even know what gut health was. So when I started learning all this stuff, I'm like, hey, knowledge is great. You know, why don't I share that? And so, yeah, I get a lot of random people messaging me about stuff that I post, and I just share my knowledge. I don't vomit on them. I just say, hey, you know, just check out, you know, like these products, you know, check out the fan page. If you have any questions, I'll follow up with you tomorrow. And most people like the non-pushiness, you know, like I don't want to be salesy because I've been in sales and I don't like it. And I try to treat people how I want to be treated, pretty much.
Amazing. Like I don't think we realize sometimes how it's not going to be like the first post, or
Yeah.
sometimes you think no one is watching. Like I'll make a post and there's 0 likes, 0 comments, and I'm like, what is going on? And seriously, it'll be somebody that messages me behind the scenes out of the blue that's never liked or commented on anything. It's like they didn't want anyone to know, and they've been watching. So you guys don't ever doubt for 1 second, just like Michelle said, don't doubt for 1 second that you don't have people that are watching you. And it might be the third post, the fifth post, but it's the consistency that she talked about. That's what drives this whole engine. That's what gets your business going. And it is that consistency. And sometimes behind the scenes, it's like that depiction of that guy that's picking away at the wall, like trying to look for gold and he can't find it. And it's behind there. If he would have just like dug for one more day, that's this business. It's, you just don't know when you're going to hit that like one little piece of gold, but you will if you stay consistent. And I think that that's so key. And then I also love what you said about being genuine, Michelle. I mean, you're just being yourself. You're helping people. Don't try to be somebody else. Be you. And I think that you couldn't have given this group tonight a better tip than that. I love it. So amazing. Michelle, thank you for hopping on tonight and sharing with everybody and just sharing some tips, but also your heart. And you can hear your passion. And I think that that is the biggest clue, the biggest thing for me that I'm picking up on tonight's Zoom is you've got to have passion for these products. I've heard it in every single one of these ladies tonight that I've interviewed. And it's like, that could be the missing piece to the puzzle. Like we're always looking for, if you're doing all the right things and that's the piece you're missing, you got to get back to that, using these products daily, letting other people see how it's changing you. And then they're going to go, I want that. I want to feel that same thing. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank
Last
you.
but not least, I'm pulling in Stacy Weisenberger. Stacy's been with me since the beginning. Stacy's at 80K on her team. And you guys, I could like take a whole hour with her. I cannot win on these Zooms, by the way, Stace. Literally last week, I had like 6 people on and we went 10 minutes after. So I thought, okay, tonight I'm down to 5. We'll like definitely be within the hour. Well, guess what? We're not. So y'all don't get off this because Stacy has so many freaking stupid good tips. I would need to have her on a Zoom for like 3 days straight. But we're going to try to pull some in tonight. But I really wanted you to hear Stacy's story because you know what? Here's the thing. We have new people signing every single day and you see these names, right? And you see Stacy's name a lot, especially if you're on our team. She is active. She's constantly sharing tips. She's constantly posting. She does a Zoom every single Sunday night for our team. But a lot of people just don't know her story, her background. Like we don't get to hear those parts. And I think as leaders, we automatically just assume everybody knows our backgrounds and our stories. So Stace, I want you to kind of start there with, you know, just give us a little bit of your background and why you joined Lavelle.
Oh my goodness. It's so funny. I've been doing this for so long and I'm just like the same amount nervous every single time. It's so stupid.
I know, it's crazy, right? I get nervous.
So first off, serious huge shout outs to Summer Love, Sheena, and Michelle. That is why we keep showing up every single day. Literally every single day we keep showing up because you guys are the ones that inspire us. It's not about ranking this company. It's not about your paycheck. Nobody cares about that kind of stuff. You guys are the ones that keep us showing up and keep us just fired up every single day. Like literally you get to 200K based on the 4Ks that you helped build. So that was freaking awesome. Super awesome. Summer Love, I can't. I just love you so much. And you have such a fighter and warrior spirit and you just inspire so many people, dude. Like all 3 of you guys just keep running. That's the biggest thing. So you guys, my story, I can go into this long old thing or I can just tell you, I was with a different company. I was successful. I walked away and left that company on the day that I got my biggest paychecks ever. Because inside I wasn't happy. Something wasn't aligning with me anymore. I was making great money, but my team wasn't. And I came here, I was down in the dumps, you guys. My mom was dying. She had stage 4 ovarian cancer. I was dying along with her emotionally. Every single day trying to get up and like literally go to the nursing home. Once it got to a point where I couldn't take care of her anymore because it was dangerous, I was dying. My soul was dying. Like I was so exhausted, mentally, physically exhausted, like just emotionally. And Kayla kept messaging me, oh, try this. And I'm like, okay. And a couple months went by and finally I got to the point where I was so fed up with myself that I said, yes, send me your stupid happy pack. Like, let's do the thing. Sat on my counter. I tried it. I was super skeptical, you guys. I can't swallow pills. I hate shakes. And I thought stickers were stupid. I'm not even going to lie. I came into the company as a customer. I was a customer for a couple weeks, and it took a lot of cojones to leave, honestly, and start over. I was fearful, and came here, hit that promoter button. We ran like crazy. It was insane. And at the time, there was a contest that Jamie Pecca put on for a leadership retreat, which I'd never even heard of. And I was just running. I was enrolling under myself. I was enrolling under my husband. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Honest to God, you guys, I didn't have a clue. And that was the magic. It's the sizzle, not the steak. I was excited. I was feeling good. I wasn't napping. I was down in the dumps. I was able to go see my mom every day and enjoy my time with her instead of feeling sorry for myself. I was sleeping for the first time in 40 years. I remember I went up to Phoenix and I met Lisa, I was introduced, there was this big thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm meeting Lisa Kate Fuller. And she's like, are you the Stacey Weisenberger on my leaderboard? And I'm like, I guess so, because I don't even know what that means. I just ran, you guys. And long short, within 2 months of joining, my mom passed away. And I came back home, and I found out the day that I was flying back home that I'd earned Jamie Pecca's leadership retreat. And it literally changed my life. No shit, if I showed you my passport picture, it literally, you can tell what happened the day before. But I did it, and I did it scared, and I ran because I had no other options, you guys. My husband was a cable guy. I've been doing daycare for 20 years. We were tired. We had nothing left over to give. So, and long story short, just ran, you guys. And the reality is you're not going to have the energy or the power to run full bore 1,000% every single day, but you need to understand, A, to give yourself grace, and B, to take a breather and not a break. The number of times I've watched potential millionaires in this company, people that come in and join my team, and they throw it all away because they had a bad day, rather than realizing it's not a bad life. You have to learn to take a breather and not a break. That's so incredibly huge. But you guys, we went quick. So many of us, not every single person grows the same way. I did. I came in with a network, you guys. I came in knowing who I was, knowing my audience and all that type of thing. Not everybody's going to come in and go 4K in a day or 12K in 10 days. You have to understand that you're in this for the long haul. I've been sitting my ass at 80K for 2 years. This month, at the end of this month, I'll be 80K for 2 years. And you know what? There's not a day that goes by. You will never, ever, not one human being, not my best friend on the face of the earth has ever heard me say, Jesus, Lord, I need to get to 200K, because it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen and organically. Not that I don't want it, but I don't compare my journey to anybody else's, you guys. Nobody, ever, ever, ever. You'll never, not one person's ever heard that out of my mouth. I've never said that, because I understand we have to fall backwards. You have to fall on your face to be able to get back up stronger. You have to learn. You have to experience things. I'm experiencing things in my business that I've never experienced in 5 years, you guys. 5 years. I'm in 5 years in this industry. Last week, I signed a customer. Last week, you guys, who actually, she's now a promoter. She got a $400 upgrade pack. But listen to me. She wrote me on July 13th, 2015, when I joined my first company, day one. It took me almost 5 years to enroll her. It's not about chasing. I love the fact that when Summer Love was talking about, change the emoji, change all that. You guys have got to stop being afraid of follow-up, because follow-up is everything in this business. And you're not a pain in the ass. You're not disrespectful if you're being genuine. So for me, I absolutely use the change the color, change the emoji, but some other hints, tricks, and tips. And this is just me being totally transparent. Some of y'all might be, oh, that's not my thing, but this is what I do, you guys. If somebody tells me they're placing an order and they don't place the order, I go back to them and I'm like, hey girl, listen, I know the website was giving some people trouble. Were you able to get on and place your order? I'll ask them. I'll be like, hey Susie, happy Monday. I apologize. Listen, my day got super, super crazy. I didn't get a chance to get back to you. When is your stuff expected to arrive? I'm just taking care of them, right? I take blame all the time. I talk to somebody on Tuesday, they ghost me. I write them on Wednesday. I'm like, listen, dude, my day was insane. It was absolutely crazy. I am so stinking sorry. I never want to drop the ball on you. What do we have to do from here? You let me know. And when you take that blame, you make people feel like it's okay that they drop the ball. This is your priority, not theirs. If you've never written that down or remember that, this is your priority, not that person. Their kid might have a broken arm. They might be sick. Their mom might have called in tears. You have no idea. So you really have to learn to the be a good friend aspect. That's huge. I also send stickers. So I'll go into Susie's chat if she's ghosting me, and I'll send like 11 stickers, all different ones. And they'll be like, oops, that's embarrassing. And that's all I say. Or now my kids are a little bit older, but I used to just blame it on my kids. My kid had my phone, send a funny gift. Another one too is, you know, just being honest with people. Like, hey, listen, I don't know if I upset or offended you, but I want to make sure that we're cool. Like there's never any pressure from me. If you're not into it, I don't want to keep bugging you, but I absolutely know that you could rock this or whatever the situation is. The consistency is life. You guys, it's 8 to 20 times on average for people to ask a question, not buy, ask a question. So that's huge. What Summer Love said about combo packs, you guys, so, and I'm going to try to blow through this super quick. Guys, if you're not doing this, do it. I've been doing this for 5 years. It's never not successful, you guys. I just come up with a name for something. In my last company, I called it like, I don't know. I don't even remember. It was like the Stacy upgrade pack or something. I don't even remember. But here, like the past 4 weeks, my fire pack combo is flying. That's Balance and Sculpt. It's flying. Same thing. Give them $5 off. $5 off, $5 off, $5 off. I would let customers know that they can use their $25 in credits on their next order rather than have them use it on their first order. That's huge because the next time, if they're only getting Balance and Sculpt, I call it the fire combo. The next time they're going to get the experience and they're basically going to get their Sculpt for free. So that's a big deal. Think about it like people like convenience. They want combo meals. They want packs. They want something customized to that, right? Not everybody's a cookie cutter. And remember that you're the expert when you're doing those types of things. So, you know, it's like Summer Love calls it a detox pack. Everybody just be creative or steal creativity from other people, right? Like Summer Love said, don't just go steal her graphic, make it your own, but use the ideas. It's like those things are huge. People are lazy by nature. Like I call it my ultimate fire pack. That's, you know, burn experience with Sculpt and Balance, and I tweak it from there. But I make sure that people understand they have to live up to the standards to be able to get the results from using burn. Like they have to live up to, you're not going to lose weight if you're not going to do the things you need to do. So be real with your people. Derek always teaches, my husband always teaches, never over promise and under deliver. Always under promise and over deliver. Do not tell somebody that they're going to lose 35 pounds from taking 1 month of Sculpt. Do not over promise people and under deliver. That's why you don't have residual income. That's where you lose your customers. That's where you lose your validity.
Stace, seriously, I hope, man, the people that got off are dumb. Hopefully they'll come back and listen to those people that got off are stupid. Sorry. No, they had to get off. I get it. That's why we record these things. But man, you just gave so many little nuggets, and it is these teeny little things, like these teeny things. And that's my most favorite that's my like most famous little phrase, over promise, under deliver, because people do that, and it's how they ruin network marketing. And it starts from us, even to the new promoter, even telling a new promoter, this is going to be so easy. It doesn't take that much work. Oh my gosh, you're going to get all these bonuses. We have promised so many things that when they don't happen for the new promoter, they quit. We did that. We set those expectations. We're totally promising all of these things and then not delivering at all. And that is the same exact thing with the customer, right? I mean, we're the ones saying, oh, you're going to feel energy. You're going to have better sleep at night. How do you know? Why are you saying this? They might not get better sleep. I know people that don't get that part of it. Or I know people that didn't lose any weight with the Normal Thrive experience. So it's even how we're explaining the products to people that we are totally ruining them, right? And if you guys are on tonight and you tend to get customers, but you don't keep them, I would ask yourself, are you doing that? Have you maybe made some promises that you really can't keep? Or are you keeping in contact with that person, right? I mean, I think that's the two reasons we probably lose customers. But Oh my gosh, we could be on here all night. You and I did a Zoom, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, where we did like what to say, like those little phrases and keywords, like, which is, I swear, the best Zoom like that we did this, that was done this year. If you guys did not listen to that one, they're all recorded. But we literally went through, Stacy and I went through like all these little teeny things on how you can just change wording. It's all that. Like we talk about that all the time, Stacy. Like if people would just change how they're saying it. And there's one thing that you always talk about, and I wanted you to talk about that before we got off tonight, but it's the confidence. Like you, how you take control. I forget how you say it, but you say it so perfectly. And it really is, you're the one in control, and you're the one telling somebody what they need and want, even
Yes,
though
dude.
they don't realize it. How do you say that? You say it
It's my
so well.
favorite thing. It's literally, you can tell, like I stood up, like I get fired up about it. It is my thing. You have to understand, you have to be kind and you have to care about people, but you also have to understand, like the people that are telling you that there's not an element of sales to this are lying. Like there is. You can't go on with if you never respond to somebody's messages, if you never go for the close, if you never offer them something, like you're not doing anything, then you're just having convo. So you have to give people the illusion of control, right? When I'm talking to somebody, I never bring somebody in and say, oh girl, yep, Sculpt is perfect for you. Let's get going. Here's your 25 bucks off. I just made 60 cents. 60, guys. If you don't know the comp plan, know the comp plan. You made 60 cents off that, right? So you give people the illusion of control. So when I'm having the conversation, I'm immediately asking about their wants, interests, needs. I'm going to tailor products to them. And then I'm going to talk to them about budget. And I'm going to start with the highest package. And I'm going to give people the illusion of control. Here is this. Then there's this. And here's your other option. Which one sounds best to you? I didn't say, do you think you want to order today? Hey, just let me know next Thursday. Like, they're going to make a choice because I'm giving them the illusion of control in the conversation. And you have to understand, you're the expert. People didn't come to you because they think stuff is free. They came to you because they're desperate, they need help, and they want to change. So you have to keep the control in every single situation. Before we jump off here, one thing that like super killing me, I need to say this. If you guys, especially in parts of the country that are open, if you are not taking advantage of your local communities, I would probably say 30% of my new customers and new promoters come from local activities that I hold. I do fundraiser yard sales. Derek and I do park cleanups locally. My husband coaches, but I hold bunco. I started a bunco group in my area. I started a bingo group in my area. And now with COVID-19 and everything locked down, I'm home. We're not going anywhere. So I started a virtual bingo group. And you guys, literally 2 games of virtual bingo, and I've enrolled like 15 customers. Virtual bingo. I don't even have to see people. We just get on, they see me, I make sure my DFT is visible. They're like, oh girl, like, I'm like, sorry, I'm late, like everything. I'm a busy person. You're busy. Like, what was so crazy about your day? Oh, business is like, it just comes up naturally. So get your butt out there. I just joined a Gifts for Girlfriends group, kind of like the wine fairies. If any of you guys have seen those, you don't have to drink, everybody calm down. But like somebody posted, they're like, hey, what if we started one? There are several in our area. I didn't join any of them because I wanted to be part of a startup. So this girl reached out to me and she was like, would you be interested in admin? I'm like, hell yes. I have like 55 new friends, you guys. I just got my first basket last night. It was absolutely tremendous. And I've built so many relationships, signed a couple customers last week. Like, you have to go out of your comfort zone. You have to try things that you haven't tried before. Use interactives on your page. That's how I get to know my people. Like, I dig deep, y'all. But I mean, I'm confident on my page and nobody oversteps, but that's how I get to know my people. Ask powerful questions in groups, like Summer Love said. Ask powerful questions. Don't be like, hey guys, do you have any idea how I can lose 5 pounds? Like, no, I ask like for real deep stuff. My interests are different than Summer Love's, but don't join a group about knitting if you're not a knitter, dude. It has to be something in your 5 things. I'm like a crazy conspiracy theorist. I'm crazy at following like true crime. My customers are those people. My promoters are those people. We connect and we have discussions and they think I'm interesting and I'm cool, so they add me as a friend. And before you know it, they see Sculpt and Balance on my page, right? That's it, I think.
Dude, you know what my favorite thing, when we did that Zoom together and you said, dude, nobody thinks this is free.
They
You know
don't.
what I'm talking about?
They
You know when you
don't.
get that person that messages you and they're saying, "Oh, tell me about your product." "Oh, it's not free." Never mind them. Like, it's BS. Nobody thinks that what you're selling is free.
No.
Don't even go there. Like, I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
It's just, and it's the truth. You guys have to understand, like, just weed out people that are wasting your time. You know what I mean? Like, just weed out people that are wasting your time and let people know. I know Lisa says to people, she'll just be like, all right, girl, well, when you're serious about it, let me know. Like, for me, I'm not chasing, like, that person that's like, oh, I thought it was free. I'm not being like, hey, girl, let me send you my potential promoter video. No, dude. If you think it's free, you're definitely not going to have the work hustle and the ethic to be on my team. Like, I'm literally looking to run with people that are willing to put in some elbow grease. I don't chase those people. I'm just like, awesome, girl. No, nothing's free, dude. I pay for it. Like, so, you know, get back to me and we can find something that can fit any budget, you know, and 9 times out of 10, that indifference will make people go, well, wait a minute. What do you mean any budget?
Yeah. And it's the confidence 100%. Like, we talk about that all day long. The only really real difference between somebody that can't overcome that price objection, it's because they themselves have the price objection. It's you. Like, if you're on this Zoom tonight and you have everybody that approaches you says it's too expensive, I'm pretty sure it's because you think it's too expensive. You are
Yep.
planting the seed of it being too expensive. You're probably starting conversations like, well, it's a little pricey, but it's changed my life. Well, you know, I can give you a discount. Like, you're going right into discounts and you're going right into the cheapest thing you can think of. Y'all, who does that? When I go get my hair done, my hair lady doesn't go, well, here's this dry pan shampoo. It's a little pricey, but it's really good. No, she's like, you need this. And I'm like, okay, put it, I guess I need that. Because she's so confident, I'm confident. And you know what, I think that's like the biggest thing is, Stacy, you sit there and you go, dude, if you really want to see the results that you're talking about, you need this package. It's killer. That's your first choice. And the second choice is this one. Which one do you want? She doesn't go, well, here's package A, here's package B, or you don't have to order it all. You can go think about it. Talk to your husband. I mean, what? WTF? Stop
No.
it.
No, you just can't do that. I mean, there are going to be people that are ready now. You know, you're going to go and you're going to try to get those red apples, the ones that are ready now, and you close them and you get done with them and you put all the green apples with questions and, you know, oh, I need time. Put them on your follow-up, and the rotten apples, get rid of them and stop wasting your freaking time. Stop trying to beat dead bodies down. It's literally ridiculous. Like, you're just wasting your time.
We've all heard it. Oh, I'm working on it. I got 3 people I'm working on. No, there ain't no working on nobody. They're either, just like you said, they're either a bad apple, a good apple, or a bruised one. You know what I mean? And they all go in their little pile. You either want it or you don't. And if you don't, I'm too busy right now. There's too many people that do want this that I got to go on to my next conversation. But hey, let me know if you change your mind. It's that simple. It's not. Yeah, I mean, I think that's my biggest pet peeve is when I get somebody in my inbox saying, hey, Lisa, there's this girl. How do I get her to order? You don't. She either wants it, you either put value on it, you've either given her options, and you've either been so sure that she, like you say, oh, Stacy, you say it perfectly. People wouldn't have messaged you asking a question if they didn't already want it. You are just there to validate that that's what they need, right? They already want it. They wouldn't even have bothered asking you the question if it wasn't on their mind. All they need now is somebody to be sure that they need it, somebody to tell them exactly what they need. And then they're going to let you know, oh, that's a little bit pricey. And then at that point, you can say, well, I do have $25 in credits left. I could give you $25 off, but I only have it left for one person or whatever. Like, that's where you offer the discounts. I've got people that will offer a discount right away. Why? They might have paid full price.
And that's the thing. Like, that's where the value comes in the sense of urgency. And that's a whole nother Zoom. But like, you have to give people, like, I'm like, my shit is through tonight. If you don't use my credits by tonight at midnight, they go to somebody else. I'm not transferring them to you until you're at the cart checkout or I have your credit card information or whatever the situation is. Like, it's not, I have enough credits to help one person. If you want them, they're yours. If not, let me know when you come around next time. And because I use that indifference and that sense of urgency, people are like, okay, what do you need?
Yeah, I mean, it is. You know, Stace, we probably need to just go live in the Dream Team or something. I think we can do dual lives again.
Yeah, we
Somebody told
can.
me that. We probably need to go live in there, like maybe, I don't know, Monday night or something, or one of these nights, and just like really talk about this, because in my personal opinion, I truly believe it is the biggest thing that people have got to overcome. It is what their wording. It is their wording, and it's their confidence. Like
Yep.
if we could teach that, I wish that you could literally teach that confidence and teach it, but you can't. Confidence is something that you have to decide. I've got it. I believe in these products. I believe in what they've done for me. I believe in the 500,000 stories on the fan page. I believe, and I believe they're worth $1 billion. That's how I feel. When I talk to somebody, I say in my story, dude, I'd pay $1 billion to feel this way. I can't believe it's as cheap as it is. And when I
And I
say
think,
that,
I
yeah,
think
you
too,
know.
Reese, find the people that give you that confidence, that borrow you their confidence, that lend you their confidence. Find those people that like literally just build you up and make you feel amazing. Get rid of the people that make you feel like a trash bag or not making you feel like you're important, and surround yourself with those people that are, because you can lend people your confidence or you can borrow confidence from other people, and that's life. And maybe I should just come to Phoenix and we could do the live together at your house.
Oh my God, yeah, that would be awesome. Oh my, have you seen my pool? You haven't even seen my new house. You got to come to Phoenix. Like, why
No.
not? Why would we do a live when you're only like an hour and a half away? That's stupid. Let's just come together. But you know what, you guys, I hope you guys heard that, because really, that's what I did in the beginning. I didn't have confidence. I was making no money. My first paycheck was $68. If we all based our confidence off of, like, you know, I remember a lot of people will tell me, well, Lisa, I don't feel confident talking to this person about the opportunity, because when they ask me how much money I'm making, I'm not making any money yet. So I don't feel confident. If you always are going to be like that, then you're never going to get to the next place. You've got to borrow the confidence and get the confidence and pretend that you have the confidence. I hate the fake it till you make it saying, but it kind of is true. You have got to fake the confidence before you really have it. And I always did that. Somebody told me that like my first year in network marketing. And I remember borrowing the lady in my company above me. She was making, you know, 20 grand probably a week. And I would say to myself, if she was talking to this person right now, what would she say? How would she say it? How would she sound? Because let me tell you what, there's a big difference when you're making some money and you've got that confidence of, look, I don't need this customer. My paycheck's coming next week and it's going to be a whopper, whether this customer signs with me or not. Believe me, there is no desperation in your voice. You're kind of like, you signing with me or not? You need this product. It's that amazing. Dude, you're dumb for not getting it. Like, that is how I sound when I'm not like that, but you know, that I have that kind of confidence to where I'm like, I got to hurry up. I got another person waiting. You either want this or you don't. And once you gain that, I had to pretend that. We all have to pretend it in order to actually get to that point that we want to be at. And it's not about lying to people. You know, I have that. People say that that's a whole nother Zoom too, but
Yeah.
well, I'm lying if I put a post out there saying I'm making all this money. It's not a lie if you say, oh my gosh, which car should I get? I'm about to hit the auto bonus. You might have just signed today, but guess what? You are about to hit the auto bonus at some point. Like, that ain't a lie. It's the truth. So you have to be willing to stretch your imagination and, you know, go drive in that car. You just signed up today, go drive around in that BMW, go to the car dealership, go see what it feels like. I mean, you've got to be willing to put yourself in these places in order to ever be there. And I know we just probably literally talked about 12 different topics of different Zooms that we could do in the last 15 minutes, but it is so true. And it really truly is the only difference between me and Stacy and anyone else on this Zoom that isn't where they want to be. It is literally that lack of confidence. I truly believe that.
I think too, like what you were just saying, you're not necessarily like being dishonest, because here's the thing, you guys, I've been doing this 5 years. I swear on everything sacred and holy to me, there's still that little twinge that I'm like, am I going to get this person? Are they ready? And then as soon as I sign them, I'm just as excited as my very first enrollment ever 5 years ago. Every single time, because I'm like, they're going to love this. They trusted me enough to say yes. I'm going to take care of them. How exciting it is that I'm leading my team. Like all those things, give yourself those wins and understand those butterfly feelings for me, because I've done 2,000 Zooms, okay? Like I probably more than that. I'm still nervous every single time, but I get up and I do the damn thing. I do it nervous. I do it scared. I do it with, like spicy pits or whatever, like Katie Sue says, like, we just do it. You do the things when you're nervous and you're scared, and that's how you find success.
Amen. Yeah, I couldn't have ended this any better. You guys, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I'm going to say it again, y'all. I mean for this to be an hour, but we just have so many rock stars on this team that I'm trying to get a lot of people in. I'm trying to get you guys the goods. And I know tonight for sure, definitely people dropped some major tips. So I hope you guys took some notes. And yes, Stacey, we got to live up to the hype. And I think we definitely have to go live and just share some of this stuff, because it's just crucial to your business. And it just sucks. I remember the night we did that Zoom, we're like, what? Only 100 people? Like, people are missing out. But it's those little teeny nuggets that, man, change your whole business. They do. It changes your whole business. So we'll have to do that soon. I want to thank every single person that hopped on tonight. Seriously, we had a rock star lineup. These ladies are phenomenal, and they're all growing right now. They're all doing the damn thing. Y'all should be watching them. I mean, that's how people get to the top, is watch the people around you that are making it happen right now. What are they posting about? What are they doing? That's how you're going to get there, right? You learn from other people and you copy it and you make it your own. And that's all I've done for the last 10 years is I take it and make it my own. And I'm telling you what, guys, you're going to get there. So thank you all for taking time out of your night. And if you hung with us this whole hour and a half, kudos to you. Hopefully you guys picked up some great stuff, and watch out for me and Stacey. We're coming at you in the next week. I promise. We're making it happen. I don't know how, but we're making it happen. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you guys all for hopping on, and we'll see you next Thursday. Same time, same link. Bye guys.